on that. We've had a lot of interesting internship opportunities through the design course. We've had an internship opportunity through General Motors, their prototype, basically the prototype division, where students can, or like, they'll hire students, and their job is to basically take care of the prototypes and then also help design new ones. I mean, it's kind of a really interesting field. And then we also have upholstery and trim there. I always think about when I think about restoration is machining, but it can be very important. You know, a lot of parts, like for our Mercedes-Benz, sometimes you can't buy all those parts from like Summit or Jakes. And some grab these panels real quick to show you guys. But what you do in the beginning paint course, a lot of students haven't ever touched a spray gun, which is no big deal. You don't have to have experience in things to do painting, because that's all part of learning. So this is what they do right here. You get a flat piece of metal, you know, it's just pretty easy. And you learn how to set up a spray gun, how to mix, how to, set up a proper spray pattern. You do all of that, and you start with your epoxy primer, go to servicer, your guide coat, sand it, all the way up to color and clear. This is the one thing I had a little experience in prior. You got it running, kind of like I thought it was kind of like a roadkill revival type thing. You drove it up here, but It's been like 2-3 years since I watched that episode. If students haven't ever used one, they can learn from the very beginning on how to set the stitch length and how to actually set up your machine, like I mentioned earlier. And they can go to what Jackie's doing and doing a custom interior.
Yeah.
So, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
But
Just listen to the
A lot of people have done that. I personally, I'm really not all still
fairly new.
I'm gonna see if I can't interrupt you and start.
Skills. Really, the second day right here, you weld. We start with torch welding. That's a big thing on pre-war cars. That Mercedes in there. It's a post-war car, but it still had a lot of torch welding in it. But then they found out the thin sheet metal there.